Good morning, students. Today we are discuss about the bank reconciliation statement. Here, before the bank reconciliation statement, want to know what is the meaning of cash book and what is the meaning of passbook. Here, cash book means a trader prepare the cash book, and in that cash book we are considering only bank column. That means the transactions whatever we have through bank we will record in the cash book. Passbook means passbook was prepared by the banker, whatever we made with the transactions with the bank. And here, cash book shows the opening balance in the debit side, closing balance in the credit side. If our bank balance is increased, we record in the debit side of the cash book. If our bank balance decrease, which transactions decrease our bank balance, we record in the cash book credit side. But whereas in the passbook, if our bank balance is increased, the bank will write in the credit side, and if our bank balance was decreased, the transactions which caused for decrease in our bank balance, they will record in the past in the debit side. Because of, in our view, bank is asset. When we deposit the amount in the bank is asset. When we deposit the amount in the bank want to pay to us. It is a liability to the bank. That's why the balances are posted in the opposite side. Because of cash book is prepared by us and passbook was prepared by bank. Every month we want to check out the transactions which were recorded in the cash book and transactions in the passbook must be equal, and the balance as per cash book and passbook also must be equal. Then only our transactions were recorded. All transactions were recorded. But some reasons the cash book balance or passbook balance was not agreed. Here, once again, I'm saying cash book balance means bank balance as per cash book only. Generally, we are using cash book balance, means in the BRS, bank balance as per cash. Passbook balance means in the bank records, how shows the bank balance is called passbook balance. Both are, we are considering bank column only, bank transactions only. Here, we discussed that what are the transactions caused for difference in the cash book and passbook and why. It is a cause for time period base, and some of the causes for clerical errors and like that. We discussed the first one, that is checks sent to bank for collection but not collected. Here, when we receive the checks from customers, that checks was deposited into our bank account. Bank will collect the amount from our customers and send to us and credited to our bank account. But the checks are deposited in the month ending. That means 29th of this month, we deposited the checks in the bank. Bank will take 1 week time to collect the non-local checks. Here checks are two types are there again. Local checks and non-local checks. Generally, local checks are cleared 1 or 2 days. Non-local checks take 1 week time. Before collecting the checks by bank, we compare our cash book, bank column and passbook. It is one difference because of we record the transaction when we deposit in the bank, but bank will record the transaction passbook when it was collected. There is a time gap between the deposit and collected. In the time gap, if you prepare the bank reconciliation statement, the cash book balance and passbook balance was disagreed. It is one of the reason for difference in the cash book and passbook. Generally, it appeared in the debit side of the cash book, not appeared in the credit side of the passbook. Here, once again, I'm saying, what are the transactions we have in the cash book debit side? That all must be in the credit side of the passbook. And what are the transactions we record in the credit side of the cash book? All must be in the debit side of the past. Then only it is equal balance will come. That's why here I am saying we made it a green color. That is the recorded. Not recorded is red color. That means check sent to bank for collection but not collected appeared only debit side of the cash. CB means here cash book. PB means past. This is the first reason for disagreement of bank balance as per cash book and past. And the second one, checks issued but not presented for payment. We issued two checks our suppliers. We issued a check on 25th of this month, and he was not deposited in bank account. And bank don't know if the check issued but not presented. Whenever it was presented, at the time only the bank will record the transaction, the passbook. But when we issue the check, irrespective of bank presented or not, we record in our cash. This is the another difference because in the passbook balance and cash book balance. Another difference. It will appear in the credit side of the cash book only. And third one, checks entered into the cash book but omitted to sent bank by our clerk. We received a check from our customer that was entered in the cash book. That means we record in the transaction in the debit side of the cash book, but it was not sent to bank. They omitted to send bank. Bank don't know the check we received or not. Whenever we deposit, then only the bank will collect. Otherwise, they don't collect and they didn't record in the passbook. That means these transactions was appeared only in the cash book debit side. And fourth one, check sent to bank for collected but not recorded in the cash. Here, another mistake was made by our clerk. They sent the checks to the bank but not recorded in the cash. Bank don't know the you record in the cash book or not recorded. They collect the check from our customers and the amount was deposited in the passbook credit side, but it was not appeared in the cash. This is another difference. These also, and another one, fifth one, checks issued but not recorded in the cash. We issued a check to our customers but omitted to record in the cash book, but given to the customer. The customer went to the bank and they collect the money from our bank account. Our bank balance was reduced in the passbook, but it was not recorded in the cash book. These five differences. Generally, these five differences are transactions which we are made with the check caused for difference. First one is check sent to bank for collection but not collected. It is only appear in the debit side of the cash book. Second one is checks issued but not presented for payment is the cash book credit side. Checks enter in cash book but omitted to sent bank cash book debit side. And checks sent to bank for collection but not recorded in the cash book. Bank already collected and they record in the cash book passbook credit side. Checks issued but not recorded in the cash book. We issued a check but what is not recorded. Bank will record in the debit side of the passbook. These five differences are on the basis of checks. And one more transaction, sixth transaction is there. There's a bank charge and bank charges and commission. Bank will charge the commission bank charges for services rendered to us. Bank will do the services to collection of checks, deposit of checks, and when we issue the checks, they will pay the checks. They are providing the different types of services to us. For them, the bank will charge. That is, decrease our bank balance. Then bank will record debit side of the past, but we don't know how much they charge. For example, we transferred amount to NEFT. Online transfer, we make it. They charge you nearly. If you transferred 1 lakh, they charge you 100 rupees, 118 rupees. For 1 lakh, they charge 100 rupees as a charges. We don't know how much they charge. That's why we didn't record in the cash. The bank will record in the passbook debit side. Next, payment made bank behalf of us. Some of the payments like insurance premiums and any installments, EMIs, and whatever it may be, fixedly we want to pay every month or every 15 days or every weekly. When we do the standard instructions to the bank, bank will pay behalf of us to them. For example, every quarterly, we want to pay insurance premium. We give instructions to our bank. I took an insurance policy in the Life Insurance Corporation of India. Every 3 months, I want to pay 5,000 rupees to the insurance company for, for the policy number. We want to mention the policy number. We want to give a one standing instructions to them. Then automatically uh, the bank will pay to the LIC. We don't know how much the premium paid and when they come. That we didn't record in the transaction, the cash book. It is recorded only in the past. It is the another type of difference between the cash book and past. Next, eighth one. The amount collected by bank payoff of us. The bank was collected amount from different sources. For example, when we have a shares or debentures or whatever we want to receive the dividend, that will be directly deposited to our bank. When we mention the bank account at the time of purchase of shares, they will send to our dividend, whatever refunds, they will send to our bank account directly. But how much the company earned the dividend, how much of the amount of dividend declared, how much we received, we don't know. When we see the passbook, then only we know the amount of dividends. But we didn't record in the cash book. It was appearing only in the past. This is another difference between the cash book and past. Next. Interest charged on overdraft. Here, bank give the loan, temporary loan to us. It is the overdraft facility. Whenever it is a loan given to the only business overdraft facility. This, with the help of the overdraft, we meet the very short term needs. For this purpose, they charge the interest on overdraft. This overdraft is also called as an unfavorable balance. For example, generally our bank balance in the passbook it shows the credit balance. Whenever in the overdraft, it shows the debit balance. The interest is charged by bank on the overdraft, whatever amount we use it. Overdraft or another type of loan is also there to the bank, to the businessman by the banker. That is called cash credit. These two trade loans, they are called trade loans. For this, every month they will charge the interest. Every month, 31st or 30th of the month, last day of the month, the bank will charge the interest, but we don't know how much they charge. Because of in that account, in a month, we made some deposits, we withdraw money also. They calculate the average and they calculate the interest. We don't know, we can't calculate the accurate interest like bank. That's why bank enter the interest on last day of the month. It is another difference caused for our cash book balance and passbook balance. Interest on bank balance. Like unfavorable balance means we already discussed about overdraft or cash. Favorable balance means our money is in the bank. Our money, that is called favorable balance. That money earn the interest. Generally, business trade people have a current account. The current account get the very lower amount of interest. Very lower amount of interest, but they get the interest either 2% or 3%. That interest, how much they sanction the interest, we don't know. Generally, this also quarterly they will allow the interest on our bank balance. Then that will be credit side of the passbook. We don't know how much interest earned. That is another difference caused for difference in the cash book and bank passbook balance. And 11th one, checks dishonored, discounted dishonored. Here, it is another type of loan given by the banker. Checks or bills we received advancedly, we can discount it in the bank. But on the due date, it was dishonored means when at the time of discounted, they will give money to us, irrespective of customer paid or not. But at the time of due date, the bank will contact with the customer. If the customer paid means no issue, no problem. But the customer didn't pay the amount to banker means we want to pay the amount to the bank. Automatically at the time of dishonor, the bank balance will be reduced by the banker. That's why checks discounted dishonored was recorded in passbook debit side only. We don't know if the check was honored or dishonored. When we cross check with the cash book and passbook, then only we know what is the reason for difference in the cash balance. And sometimes clerical errors, we already discussed clerical errors, wrong credit is given cash. Some other account transactions was recorded in the cash book or passbook, whatever it may be. Wrong credit given means you want to consider the wrong where you made it in the BRS. If you wrong debit means you take it to the debits. Here, because of it is not the rectification of errors. We are here reconciling the cash book and passbook, not the rectification. That's why don't rectify the in BRS. Rectification was made in the rectification errors or another book. But here we are giving only reconciliation between the cash book and passbook. That's why the wrong was where it was happened will be taken into that account, that place only. Wrong debit or wrong credit are in the passbook or cash. These types of wrongs, 4 types, they will be happened in the cash book debit side or credit side, passbook debit side or credit side. These where it was happened, that will be taken into the consideration. Next, another one is there. Some of our customers took our bank account, whatever amount due to us, they will directly deposit it into our bank account. At present, in ATM machines also, anybody can deposit anybody's account. Like that, our customer deposited bank account in our bank account. We don't know how much he was deposited. If he intimated means we can record in the cash book. But our customer didn't intimate it to us. Just he deposited in our bank account and he didn't inform to us. Then it is appeared in only the passbook. It was not recorded in the cash. Next. Here, one more is there, undercast and overcast. This is also one type of clerical error. Debit side of the undercast means you want to take the opposite side. Either debit side means we consider as a credit side. Overcast means same side. This helps the whatever I shown in the green color, that helps that you want to add the less items in the BRS. That means, for example, in the first point, check sent to bank for collection but not collected. There is a debit side of the cash. Whenever do the problem where it was appeared, we want to know this mistake or whatever it may be. Check sent to bank for collection where it was appeared means debit side of the cash. Like this, you want to learn all the points. Next, we go how to prepare the bank reconciliation statement. Before that, here we want to know how many types of balances are there. Generally, in the cash book, there are 2 balances. If our balance is always in the debit side, favorable balance. But whereas in the credit side, when already we discussed with the balance, overdraft or cash credit is there. For that purpose, we have a credit balance. It shows the credit balance. Here, see in the first point, when bank balance as per cash book, opening balance is in the debit side. It is our bank favorable balance. They are given the cash book balance, and to find out the passbook balance, then what are the items in the cash book debit side? Before we already discussed, every point we put here green. That is appear here only. That means when we start the BRS problem with the cash book favorable balance, first point is there. Check sent to bank for collection, not collected. Is debit side of the cash book here we recorded. What is the symbol in the debit side of the cash book? Less. And you want to less that in the problem. Okay. Next. And second type of balance. When bank balance as per passbook given to find out the cash book balance. Here the opening balance is here. Credit side. Automatically all the credit items are less, either cash book or passbook. For example, previously we discussed the first point. Check sent to bank for collection but not collected, cash book debit side is less. And now it is in the cash book debit side. That is, an add is there. Here, add. When we follow the passbook balance, it must be added. When you follow the cash book balance, it must be less. Like that, all the points we are taking to the green color consideration, and where it was appear, that symbol will be taken either add or less in the problem.